Hello everyone, this is your instructor for the day Shahid Ul Islam from Scorer Arena. So today for our physics lesson we will begin to learn some important concept of thermodynamics and attempt to solve the problem that are frequently asked in competitive examinations. The chapter of thermodynamics is very important, particularly for NEET and JEE main and advanced examinations. Students normally feel a little nervous and apprehensive because of not having a proper grasp over the key concepts. But today, our objective is to clearly elucidate them by solving selective 50 questions in this video lecture session. Upon completion of this session, thermodynamics will no longer be a scary propositions and you will be extremely comfortable with tackling any problem. We will cover a comprehensive assortment of the problem with simple, elegant and strategic solution which will arm you with the ability to pinpoint the correct option effortlessly, sometimes without a painless problem. So back up, stay tuned because we are now about to start the fun and exciting journey with first questions on the board. 70 calories of heat are required to raise the temperature of 2 moles of an ideal gas, diatomic gas at constant pressure from 30 degree to 35 degree centigrade. The amount of heat required in calorie to raise the temperature of the same gas through the same range 30 degree to 35 degree centigrade at constant volume. Option A is given here 30, 50 and 70, 90. So let us now discuss about the gas exponent gamma, and it is Cp by Cv. Cp is the molar specific heat at constant pressure and Cv is the molar specific heat at constant volume. It is numerically equal to Cp by Cv, but gamma has the certain significance in thermodynamics chapter. If we multiply by number of moles n, Cp and by del T, that is change in temperature, and upon n multiplied by n, Cv del T, it means amount of heat required to change the temperature del T at constant pressure and amount of heat required to change the same temperature to the same gas at constant volume. So therefore it is the amount of heat required to change the temperature by del T, and this is the amount of heat required change the temperature del T of the same gas at constant volume. At constant volume, if some heat is supplied to the gas, so this heat actually used to change the internal energy since there is no work is done by the gas. So this is actually change in internal energy. So therefore we can say gamma equal to del Q by del U, and therefore del U, that is the amount of heat given to the gas is del Q, and del U is the increase in internal energy, that is the fraction of energy with respect to the heat supplied to the gas. It is equal to actually 1 by gamma. So therefore in this problem, if we say gamma, it is actually del Q by del U, and from this del U by del Q is reciprocal of gamma. Since this gas in our problem, it is diatomic gas, for the diatomic gas gamma is equal to, by the formula 2 by f, and it is 2 by f means degree of freedom is 5. Therefore the value of gamma is equal to 7 by 5. Change in internal energy to the heat supplied del Q is 1 by gamma. So therefore the value of this is 5 by 7. So therefore amount of heat required to raise the temperature of the same gas through the same range at constant volume. Here del U represents the change in amount of heat supplied at constant volume. So therefore del U is equal to 5 by 7, and amount of heat given in the problem at constant pressure is 70 calorie. So it is multiplied by 70, therefore our answer becomes 50 cal. So option A is 30 is not correct, option C 70 is also not correct, and D also is not correct. So therefore here the right option is B, that is 50 cal. Let us now move to the next questions of this video session. The question number 2, internal energy of an ideal gas given by U is equal to A plus B PV, where A and B are constant. P is pressure of the gas and V is volume of the gas as per usual symbols. For this adiabatic process, gamma will be again we can say internal energy U is equal to, given in the problem, it is A, B, P, V. If we change the temperature of the gas, we can get here the change in internal energy, and A since the constant term, so this is 0, and B remain as usual, and here P keeping pressure fixed, we can get the change in volume due to the change in temperature. And P del V, it can be written as NR del T, since we know for an ideal gas PV is equal to NR T. So putting this value, del U is equal to, we can say this is NR del T. We know the internal energy by the formula, it is NCV del T, because the heat supplied to the gas at constant volume to raise the temperature del T, since there is no work is done by the gas, so total heat supplied to the gas goes to change the internal energy of the system. So therefore del U is equal to, we can say NCV del T, and by the formula CV is replaced by 1 gamma minus 1 into del T, and this also can be written also replacing this R by gamma minus 1. It is actually, sorry, this can be written number of mole of gas as usual remain, and R by gamma minus 1, it can be written as A by 2R into del T, where F is degree of freedom. So if we put here, it is N, del U is equal to N, R gamma minus 1 del T, so B N R del T. So by simple calculation, 1 by gamma minus 1 is equal to B. So 1 by, if the 1 by gamma minus b is equal to b, so by simple process, gamma minus 1 is the reciprocal of b, or gamma is equal to 1 plus 1 by b. So the right option or right answer of these questions or gas exponent for this process, gamma is equal to 1 plus 1 by b. But here no such option is given. So therefore A, B, C, all three are incorrect, and one option is given here, none of these. So here we have to take the option D, because no option is adjusted to our questions, to our answers today. So next, let us move the next questions of this video sessions or of this class. Next questions of this class, a gas can be taken from A to B via two different process, ACB. When path ACB is used, 60 joule of heat into the system and 30 joule of work is done by the system. If path ADB is used, work done by the system is 10 joule. The heat flow into the system in the path ADB is. So here in the P versus V graph, there are two ways. One path is ACB and other part is ADB. In this path, it is initial state and this is final state. In the path ACB, heat supplied is equal to del U plus del W, and the heat supplied has been given in the problem is equal to 60 joule, and internal energy plus work done by the system through the path ACB is actually 30 joule. So therefore the change in internal energy 60 minus 30 joule in the path between two states A and B. And in the second case, path ADB, heat supplied del Q is equal to del U plus del W. And you know, internal energy is a state function. So that is depends on only between two states A and B. Here A is the final states and A is the initial states and B is the final state. Since internal energy depends only the two state, doesn't matter what is the path the thermodynamical process or thermodynamical changes taken place. So therefore internal energy between these two states internal energy change is 30 joule and work done given in the problem is 10 joule. So therefore in this process through the path ADB, the total heat supplied to the gas is 40 joules. So therefore here option 80 and 80 joule, here option 80 joule, 20 joule and 100 joule, these are all the incorrect options. So the right option matches is 40 joule. So I hope you understood the process and the problem solving method. In this method, you just keep in mind that the internal energy is a state function. It depends only two states. So in which path the thermodynamical changes taken place, it is not important in the case of internal energy, but work done and heat supply depends on the path in which the thermodynamical variable taken change places. So therefore our next problem of this class is based on the graphical problem. This question is asked in NEET examinations. So you have to find out the match the following column 1 and column 2 to question number 4. So before solving this problem, or before solving this problem, I must discuss about the graphical variation of thermodynamic variables. Graphical variation of thermodynamical process. Here P versus V graph, just you draw a plus sign here. The line drawn parallel to volume axis, that is pressure is constant. Pressure is constant means isobaric, B. Since the volume is increasing, this process you can say isobaric expansion. And similarly, this can be written as iso-B compression. Iso-B matlab isobaric process, that is pressure is constant. The changes of volume and temperature at constant pressure of thermodynamics. Here another line, it is parallel to pressure axis. Arrowhead given here representing that the pressure is increasing, keeping volume constant. So you know PV is equal to nRT, and V constant. So here P versus T. So pressure increasing, this means the temperature of the gas is also increases. So this arrowhead representing upward, it is representing iso-C process, that is constant volume. Iso-C, actually we can say it is heating. Iso-C, this can be written as iso-C heating. Temperature increasing, with the rise of temperature, pressure of gas is also increasing. And arrowhead downward, it means iso-C cooling. Similarly, iso-C cooling, pressure decreasing. So with the decrease of temperature, pressure of the gas decreasing. This process is iso-C, that is volume is constant. And next I have drawn hyperbolic two line here. One is more stiffer than other. Here this graph, it is actually ADIA B. ADIA B stands for adiabatic process. Adiabatic compression, or you can say you can say heating, adiabatic compression, or you can say heating. Similarly, this is adiabatic, adiabi expansion, or this can be written as cooling. Another line, another hyperbolic line with the less stiffness, it represents isothermal. It represents isothermal. Iso-T stands for isothermal. Iso-T compression. Iso-T compression, that is temperature constant. And this arrowhead represent iso-T expansion. So this is the thermodynamical, this is the graph representing the thermodynamical process, P versus V under 4 process: isobaric process, isochoric process, adiabatic process, and isothermal process. In these 4 process, the thermodynamical variable changes taken place. V is taken along x-axis here and P is taken along y-axis here. So this is the PV graph, and from this graph we can say actually we know work done is equal to area enclosed by P versus V graph, area enclosed by P versus V graph with volume axis. So during compression, area enclosed by isobaric process with volume axis, then area enclosed by isothermal process with volume axis, and area enclosed by adiabatic process, adiabatic graph with volume axis. So these are representing the area under P versus V graph with the volume axis. So during expansion we can say during expansion from the graph we can say work done in iso-B process is greater than work done in iso-T greater than work done is adia-B. Similarly, in the compression, this part is compressional. Gas is the volume of the gas is compressed. This part is compression and this part is expansion. So during compression work done, that is area covered by adiabatic process, then area covered by isothermal process, then area covered by isobaric compression. So therefore during compression work done adia-B is greater than work done in iso-T greater than work done in iso-B. During expansion, work done by the gas is highest in isobaric process and least in adiabatic process. But during the compression, work done by adiabatic process is highest and work done isobaric process is least. So this is the interpretation of the P versus V graph in 4 process: isobaric, isochoric, adiabatic and isothermal process. So now we move to the questions asked today. Questions asked today: P versus V, graph 1, graph 2, graph 3 and graph 4. Graph 1, it is actually parallel to pressure axis and arrowhead given downward. So here pressure goes on decreasing and volume constant parallel to pressure axis. Parallel to pressure axis means this graph represents isochoric process, but the pressure is decreasing. So we can say the process 1, we can say the process 1 is iso C, that is C. Answer is C, isochoric process. And process 2 and process 3, two graph is there, hyperbolic graph is there, one having the more stiffness. So here 3 and 2, the graph 2 having more stiffness than the graph 3. So therefore graph 2, the process 2, actually it is adiabatic process. The process is A. So from this graph we can interpret the process C is 1 and process 2 is A. Now we have to check the matching option column 1 to column 2. From this two interpretation from graph 1 and graph 2, C and D option can be discarded because P given there is isothermal and process P is given there adiabatic. But as per the just checking two graphs 1 and 2, C and D option can be discarded. Now A and B option 2 option are already existed, so 50-50 chances. One option is A, another option is D. Here process P is C, that is isochoric. Here process P is C, that is isochoric. But the process Q is adiabatic A, and here the process Q D isothermal. So obviously the B option is also incorrect. So here the right option is A. So let us know what is the next questions awaiting for us. Next questions is: a gas mixture consists of 2 moles of oxygen O2 and 4 moles of argon at temperature T. Neglecting all vibrational modes, the total internal energy of the system. Actually here internal energy of a gas, degree of freedom F by 2 into RT, and N is the number of moles of the gas. F is degree of freedom. F is known as degree of freedom. This is degree of freedom. Degree of freedom due to translational kinetic energy plus degree of freedom due to rotational kinetic energy of the gas molecules and degree of freedom due to vibrational energy, vibrational kinetic energy of the gas molecules. Normally at room temperature we are not considered the vibrational modes of energy. So here degree of freedom only considering the translational kinetic energy plus rotational kinetic energy and vibrational kinetic energy as per the questions, neglecting all vibrational modes. So the energy due to the vibration of the molecules, basically it is found at high temperature. So therefore here internal energy, since the gas is a mixture of two gas, 2 moles of oxygen, that is diatomic gas, and 4 moles of argon, that is monatomic gas at temperature T. So this is number of moles, degree of freedom of one gas by 2 into RT, and another gas, number of moles, let us say N2, and degree of freedom for the another gas is F by F2. So this is F2 by 2 into RT. Since the number of moles have been given in the problem, 2 moles of oxygen gas, so N1 is 2, and degree of freedom for diatomic gas, it is actually 5 by 2 into R into T, plus monatomic gas argon is 4 mole, so N2 is 4, and you know degree of freedom for monatomic gas is 3, so this is 3 by 2 into RT. So calculating, it is 5 RT plus 6 RT, so total 11 RT. So here the correct option is D. So now the questions on the screen is 6. Here one questions on the screen for the PV diagram given of an ideal gas. It is P versus V graph. Out of the following, which one correctly represents the T versus P diagram? So here in the problem, V and P hyperbolic graph is given, where P is equal to constant by V. So it is actually PV is equal to constant. So the process is ISO-T. Here ISO-T stands for isothermal process, that is temperature of the gas constant. Pressure and volume of the gas changes as per the Boyle's law. This is given 2 or this is given 1. Here 2 represents volume along volume axis, that is it can be written as expansion from the questions given. Similarly 1, volume of the gas decreasing and pressure, henceforth pressure increasing as per the Boyle's law. So 1 represents here compression of gas. It is as per the question. You have to find out the correct option, that is corresponding T versus P graph. Here in all option, P is taken along x-axis and T is taken along y-axis. In the option A, by error and trial method, there is no such calculation in this problem. That is the problem based on the conception, that is graphical variation of the thermodynamical variables. Here line parallel to temperature axis, here represent temperature changes. So the option A is not the correct option. And B, option D, it is also pressure and temperature changes linearly. This is also not true. That is because the process is isothermal. That is temperature constant. So immediately after going through the option, we can say A and D are not the correct answer. So option B and C. In the option C, one representing pressure increases. Pressure increases matlab volume decreases. That is compression of the gas. Pressure, one represents pressure increases. Pressure increases. As per the Boyle's law, if the pressure increases, the volume of the gas decreases, that is compression of gas. And number 2, it means expansion. But in the option C, 2 means pressure decreasing. 2, pressure is decreasing, henceforth the volume of the gas is increasing. So expansion of the gas. So option C is the right option and need not to check the option B. Now the next questions of this video session. Question number 7 over here. 1 mole of an ideal diatomic gas undergoes a transition from A to V along path AB as shown in the figure. The change in internal energy of the gas during this transition is, option A is 20 kilojoule, option B is minus 20 kilojoule, and option C is 20 joule, and option D is minus 12 kilojoule. Let us discuss before solving this problem. If I say the change in internal energy is equal to, already we discussed, NCV del T, and CV in terms of degree of freedom is equal to F by 2 into R into del T matlab final temperature minus initial temperature. An ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. So nRT2 minus T1, that is temperature of the gas final and temperature of the gas initial. Finally, at temperature T2, if we say the pressure of the gas is P2 and the corresponding volume of the gas is V2, and minus initially if the temperature T1, then the corresponding pressure and volume can be written as P1 and V1. So here all 3 variables, pressure, volume, temperature, goes on changing. Here change of internal energy, it is F by 2 nRT2 minus T1. So simply F by 2 and nRT2 minus T1 from the ideal gas equation, it can be written as P2 V2 minus P1 V1. So this is the change in internal energy. Where due to change in temperature, pressure and volume of the gas changes. Here the problem. In the problem, in our diagram, gas goes on transition from state A to state B. Here initial pressure is 5 kilopascal and final pressure is 2 kilopascal, and corresponding volume, initial volume 4 meter cube and final volume is 6 meter cube. So from the diagram shown in the problem, and question is asked, there is change in internal energy. So change in internal energy, directly we can write that already discussed, in our theoretical portion. It is P2 V2 minus P1 V1. And again, you have to first find the atomicity of the gas. It is diatomic. Since the gas is diatomic, so therefore we can say this is 5 by 2 and final pressure is 2 kilopascal. So therefore this is 2 and final volume is equal to 6 as per the diagram, minus pressure initially given in the diagram is 5 kilopascal. So it is 5 and volume corresponds initially, it is 4. Since the pressure given in the scale is kilopascal, you just multiply it by 10 to the power 3. So by simple calculation, it is 20 minus 12, so 8 by 2, 4, so 5 into 4 means minus 20 kilojoule, minus 20 kilojoule. So let us go through the 4 options given in the problem. Change in internal energy is equal to 20 minus 20 kilojoule, that is the decrease in internal energy. So 20 kilojoule, it is not the correct answer. 20 kilojoule is not the correct answer. C is also not the correct answer. C is not also the correct answer. D is also not the correct answer. So here option minus 20 kilojoule, that is option B is correct option. Let us see the next problem of this video session. Next problem, here also a graphical variation given P versus V graph. So P versus V plot for two gases during adiabatic process are shown in the figure. Plot 1 and 2 should be correspond respectively to. Here you know, helium is monoatomic gas. Helium is monoatomic gas and degree of freedom is 3, and henceforth gamma is equal to 1 plus 2 by F. So therefore this is 5 by 3. It is for monoatomic gas. Another gas is given here in the option actually, O2, oxygen, diatomic gas. So this is diatomic gas. Diatomic gas, degree of freedom is 5 and therefore gamma 1 plus 2 by F is equal to 7 by 5. And in adiabatic process, in adiabatic process, we know PV to the power gamma equal to constant. So here the graph 1 and graph 2, taking log both sides, and differential form, we can get the slope of the graph. You know, this is dP by P plus gamma dV by V equal to 0. And from this, dP dp by dv, it is actually gamma p by v. If gamma is more, then the slope of the graph, that is dp by dv, it represents the slope of the graph p versus v graph, which is equal to gamma times p by v. P by v, that means the pressure and volume at that point where the slope is taken. So if the gamma is more, the slope of the graph is more. In the case of the gas 2, that is oxygen's diatomic gas, the case of the diatomic gas, the value of gamma is 7 by 5, where the value of gamma in the monatomic gas helium, it is 5 by 3. Here two graph, one graph is 2 and other graph is 1. So from this graph we can say that graph 2 is more stiffer than the graph 1. The slope of the graph 2 is more stiffer than the graph drawn here, more than the slope of the graph 1. So therefore, since the graph 2 is more stiffer, so two graphs should correspond to diatomic gas, because gamma having more than the gamma of monatomic gas. So diatomic gas, the value of gamma is 7 by 3, and for monatomic gas, gamma of the monatomic gas is 5 by 3. So gamma for diatomic gas is greater than the gamma for monatomic gas. In the diagram as shown in figure, the graph 2 is more stiffer than the graph 1, so it should have the gamma with greater value. So therefore, the graph 2 should correspond to the diatomic gas and graph 1 should correspond to monatomic gas. So therefore, our option is A is not correct. One should correspond to monatomic gas and 2 should correspond to diatomic gas, because 2 is more stiffer than the 1. So here option D is not correct, because both the gas are diatomic gas. Option C is also not correct, because both the gas are monatomic gas. And option B, since 1 is corresponds to monatomic gas and the graph 2 corresponds to diatomic gas, so 1 and 2 should be corresponds respectively. So 1 should be monatomic and 2 should be diatomic. So the correct option is not B. So the right option can be treated, A can be treated as a right options. So this is I expect that you are all understood what I am explaining here. So next questions. Over here, 1 mole of diatomic ideal gas undergoes a cyclic process ABC as shown in figure. The process BC is adiabatic. The temperature at A, B, C are 400, 800 and 600 Kelvin respectively. Choose the correct statement. So here in the figure given in the problem, it is cyclic process. So before finding out the right answer of these questions, I must explain about the cyclic process. It is PV let us say one cyclic process is here. And another cyclic process it is antaclockwise. I must say here, change in internal energy in any cyclic process, del U is always 0. In any cyclic process, the change in internal energy in any cyclic process always 0. Because suppose to say gas undergoes these changes A to B, then C, and then D, and finally the final state of the gas is A. So initial state and final state of the gas is same. Therefore, since the state of the gas is same in cyclic process, so change in internal energy, that is no change in temperature. Finally, the gas attains the final state, of initial pressure, volume and temperature. In PV graph, work done is always numerically equal to area enclosed by P versus V graph, Change of internal energy is 0 and work done is numerically equal to area enclosed, that is area, we can say area here, this is the area enclosed by the graph, and similarly area enclosed by the graph of this rectangle, and this can be written, for clockwise cyclic process, work done is taken as positive. Positive work done means work done by the gas. Similarly, for clockwise cyclic process, work done is taken positive, and this means as per the convention of thermodynamics used in physics, work done by the gas. And for anti-clockwise cyclic process, work done is taken negative. That is, work done as per the convention on the gas. Normally here gas is compressed actually. In the case of compression, when gas is compressed by external agent or by external force or exerting pressure on the gas will be compressed, or in this case the work done as per the convention is taken negative, and this means work done on the gas. Similarly, in the case of expansion, when gas expands, that work is done by the gas or by the system against the surroundings, against the surrounding pressure. So therefore, as per the convention, the work done is taken is positive. And you know, from the first law of thermodynamics, because all the problems already discussed here basically based on the first law of thermodynamics today. So therefore, from the first law of thermodynamics, we can say del Q is equal to del U plus del W, and it is del U plus P del V. So in cyclic process, since del U is equal to 0, so we can write here del Q is equal to P del V. So work done by the system, that is heat is supplied. If the work done is positive, it means the heat absorbed by the system. Or work done is negative, it means heat ejected by the system. So these are the points for the cyclic process you should keep in mind in all time. Now we move forward to the problem for solution. Before calculating anything, particularly in this problem, one graph is here given, ABC cyclic process, temperature 800 Kelvin, 600 Kelvin, 400 Kelvin are given respectively. We must check the option given A, B, C, D. The first option is here, the change in internal energy in whole cyclic process is 250 R. But as per our conception, for the cyclic process, the change in internal energy in any cyclic process is always 0. So the option A is not correct. The change in internal energy in the process CA, option B, the change in internal energy in the process CA is 700 R. Now let us say the option B, the change in internal energy in the process C is 700, that is increase of internal energy. But in the graph, C to A, temperature 600 Kelvin falls to 400 Kelvin. So temperature decreases in this process. Temperature decreases means the decrease of internal energy. Decrease of internal energy as per the convention of thermodynamics used in physics is negative. But here option B represents the internal energy increases. So option B is also not a correct answer. Now option C, the change in internal energy in the process A to B. Again, we should check the temperature of the two states here. The final state here 800 Kelvin and initial state is 400 Kelvin. So temperature goes on increasing. Since the temperature increases, so I must say, or as per the convention, the internal energy change must be positive. So, but in the option C, internal energy in the process AB is given negative, that is minus 350 R. So it is also not possible. So one option is here, the change in internal energy in the process BC is minus 500 R. So temperature 800 Kelvin, temperature 600 Kelvin. So temperature here decreases. So we can say the internal energy of the gas decreases. So minus 500 or D option may be the correct answer, or maybe the right option here. Without calculation we can say, since the A, B, C are not the correct answer, so definitely we can say without any option D is the correct answer. So this particularly this problem without pen or without using the pen, by the process of checking the point or checking the all option by error and trial method, on the basis of the conception for the cyclic process, we can say the D option is correct without calculation. That is, this is the problem, penless problem. This can be referred as a penless problem. So without pen we can solve this problem by checking the points, by checking all the options on the basis of the conception of the cyclic process. So if we want to calculate the internal energy change in the process BC, so you should write del U is equal to NCV or NF by 2, better to write NF by 2 R del T, that is change in temperature, and N is NF by 2 R and temperature, this is final temperature minus initial temperature. You just putting the data given in the problem, and you know 1 mole of diatomic gas, so therefore N is 1 and F is equal to 5 by 2, R is equal to 8, 3 and temperature 600 minus 800. So therefore the answer should come without calculation. We can say that minus 500 R. So now move on the next problem of this session. So here the problem, question number 10. 1 mole of an ideal gas goes from an initial state A to final state B via two processes. It first undergoes isothermal expansion from volume V to 3V, and then its volume is reduced to 3V to V at constant pressure. The correct PV diagram representing two processes each. So here are 4 options given in the problem. Graphical variation of the pressure versus volume. Here A to B via two process, A to B via two process. Let us say A to C A to B via C. So A to C, if I say A to C, that is, this process is ISO-T. ISO-T means temperature of the gas fixed at a point. Temperature of the gas is fixed. For pressure and volume changes accordingly. First, you know, the process is isothermal, so graphical variation of PV is hyperbolic. So if we check first the isothermal process in the graph A, in the option A to C, if this point is C, then this represents isobaric. A to C represents isobaric because pressure is constant anywhere at any point. So therefore A option is not correct. Similarly, C, option C, A to C, another process A to B via C, so C is the point. It is one process here, A to C. This process, representing linear variation of pressure and volume, but in the isothermal case, the graphical variation or nature of graph is hyperbolic, so therefore C option is also not correct. So within B and D, that is, the problem becomes 50-50 chances. Either you have to select B or you have to select D. In both the cases, A to C, in both the cases A to C are hyperbolic in nature. Both the graph hyperbolic in nature. So within these two graph, A to C, checking only just one process, isothermal process, checking just isothermal expansion, the option A and C already being discarded. Now option B and D, in the both cases A and C are hyperbolic. So now you have to go the second process here. Its volume reduced to 3V to V at constant pressure. Constant pressure, that is C to B. The process is iso B. I mean iso B, matlab isobaric process. Pressure is fixed. So here the pressure of the gas is fixed. Pressure of the gas is fixed. So in PV graph, the line should be parallel to the volume axis, that is, pressure will remain fixed at any point on this line. Here C to B is the linear change between pressure and volume. So here pressure is not constant, pressure goes on decreasing, volume and pressure goes on decreasing. So B is not the right option. Here BC CV, that is CB is parallel to the volume axis, and pressure any point from point C to point B is fixed. Anywhere pressure is fixed. So in this problem, without any calculation, on the basis of conception, we can say the D option is correct.